Good morning. Thank you for all being here today. Today is about keeping a promise to Arizona veterans and their military families. It's about recognizing sacrifice, honoring service, and ensuring that the men and women who defended our country and our freedoms have this opportunity to achieve and maintain the American dream, which is home ownership. I am proud to announce one of the largest expansions of property tax exemption in Arizona history. With House Bill 4168, Arizona now offers one of the strongest property tax relief programs for disabled veterans anywhere in the nation. This legislation builds on the work we began with House Bill 2792 to fix a system that had become too restrictive and left too many of our veterans and surviving spouses, mind you, without meaningful help. One of the biggest problems was that the income limit. Many disabled veterans continue to work hard, build careers, start businesses, entrepreneurship, support their families, and strengthen their communities. That is exactly what we want. We want veterans working, we want them building businesses, and we want veterans putting down their roots and raising their families right here in Arizona. But under the old system, veterans lose benefits simply because they earn too much or because their home value increased. That doesn't make sense, folks. So we fixed it. Beginning in tax year 2027, income limits and home value caps will be eliminated. Veterans with a 100% service-connected disability and veterans receiving total disability based on individual unemployability will pay no property tax on their qualifying primary residence. Veterans with lower disability ratings will receive relief based on their disability rating. And for the first time, disabled veterans at every disability level will qualify for meaningful property tax relief, and those are called the thresholds. We also strengthen protections for surviving spouses, ensuring they can continue receiving these benefits and maintain them even if they move to another home. These reforms are more about, not just about tax policy, but they're about helping veterans stay in their home, build stability for their families, and continue building their lives right here in Arizona.
And what it is you're 100% disabled, no more property taxes, start in 2027. And that follows your spouse even as a widow or widower. So they will get that benefit no matter what through their life as well. Because you serve together, right? You serve together. We know how that is. Our spouses serve with us as we're up here, and we're taking all the bullets from what happens up this way. You know, they have pain. So I can only imagine when you're taking the real bullets, what the spouses are feeling at home right now too, and when you were at war for us. We appreciate that solely from the bottom of our hearts. And as this majority leader was talking about being number one in the United States on that, we got to be pretty close to number one in what we've done with our veterans, period. Since I've been here since 2009, we've done plenty of things, and one of the big ones as well was exempting the pension from income tax. And then remembering, I was just talking to one of our veterans here about remembering those who aren't with us anymore, right? Some gave all. Well, if you fly Old Glory at the Capitol, you see out here, what do you see flying with that? The POWMIA flag. You'll see that at the city halls. You'll see that at the county supervisors and all superior courts. If they're going to fly Old Glory, which they're going to do, right, then you must fly the POWMIA flag. And that's so we remember. So when children say, hey, mommy or daddy, what's that mean? They have to tell them what that means. That means some fought for you to keep you free, so you can ask that. And we're going to continue to do all we can to make sure that this state is number one in the nation. We have 600,000 veterans here normally. When it comes snowbird time, we have as many or more than California does normally. And you know, California is the largest state in the union for population, period. And so they love to come here for snowbird time. We want to keep them here. Why? Good citizens, right? I think they've proven that. And so on a primary home, we want to make sure if you're 100%, zeroed out.
Well, I want to thank the legislators and especially Representative Mike Carbone and Senator Gowan for really pushing this forward. I know that for us veterans, home ownership for some people are unattainable. And for a lot of us that do have it, if it's your middle income or lower income, it's hard to hold. Even though you get one, doesn't mean you're going to stay there. So anything that helps with our property taxes or anything that helps monetarily is going to help them stay in their home, especially during hard times like now where inflation is really high and cost of living just increased, it skyrocketed. So, but this also puts us in line with other states for talent attraction for our veteran community. Veterans come with a lot of skill sets, whether they're young veterans, old veterans, middle age, it doesn't really matter. They all come with tons of skill sets, tons of abilities. And they can easily maneuver those into a current job position with any company whatsoever, or even continuing education, which helps our schools, our universities, and our community colleges. They also make great teachers, so we also attract a lot to education, and I'll throw that one out there as well. But thank you. The bill's gonna help tons. We've been waiting for this. We've been asking for this. This is gonna be a great deal for a lot of folks. You're really gonna impact a lot of veterans in this state. And once it launches, it's gonna be beautiful. So I appreciate it, and thank you, gentlemen.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Schmidt. I teach nursing at Arizona State University, and I work a lot with the Pat Tillman Center. For those that aren't familiar, remember he went off to war and died and left the football field. And ASU is very pro-veteran, pro-military, and that's one of the things I like about it. I've lived in 4 other states, and this is the most pro-military, pro-veteran state I've ever lived in. I was inducted in the Hall of Fame, of the Veterans Hall of Fame here with my colleague Kathy, and I was interviewed by Imprints of Honor, so if you know any veterans that want to tell their story. And I was just in Washington last week. The book that they put my story in is going in the Library of Congress, so let veterans know about the Imprints of Honor program. It's a high school club. So thank you to Arizona for helping us veterans. Thank you.
Share a little bit about your story.
Oh, yeah, I signed up for Vietnam as a nurse, waiting list of nurses. So I'm one of those Vietnam era nurses that never got overseas, but they, in the 50th anniversary of Vietnam last year, they came out with Vietnam era hat. And I also served during Desert Storm, and that's when I got injured. They offered 100%, and I said, I still want to teach nursing. So I declined, went to 50, and now I'm working back up to 100 with the Veteran Evaluation Services program here that helps veterans get their percentage based on disability.
What does this property tax exemption mean for veterans like you and others that are 100% disabled and have
That will help. The property tax exemption will help considerably. I'm 77, but I still teach, but most people in my age group don't work, and so they really need that property tax exemption. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.